When did my parents finally realize my ribs were showing because of them? My dad slammed his hand on the table. Dumpster diving. Seriously? You've been digging through trash? I sat across from him and my mom, arms crossed. How else do you expect us to keep the fridge full on $300 a month? Magic? They both stared at me like the idea had never occurred to them. So, what exactly are you diving for? My mom asked weakly. I laughed. Coupons. What else? Their mouths fell open. So you aren't starving yourself? She asked. I blinked at them. Months ago, I was. I thought about that night, standing in front of the fridge, staring at shelves full of nothing but condiments and expired juice. No meals, no protein, nothing to keep a 16-year-old alive. My clothes had started hanging off me. Doctors kept asking if I was restricting food. I wasn't. There just wasn't any. Dad, I called from the kitchen that night. How much is left on food stamps? $20 for the month, he yelled back without looking up from his newspaper. It wasn't even the middle of the month. $20 for a family of 3 meant maybe one fast food dinner, then nothing. My stomach growled, and I just stood there thinking, this is not sustainable. Then I saw it, the coupon section of the newspaper, sitting abandoned on the table. I sat down and actually looked through it. Sales, discounts, buy one get ones, and matches that would make certain items basically free. My brain went into math mode. If I used coupons the right way, if I paired them with sales, we could eat for almost nothing. And since neither of my parents ever volunteered to go grocery shopping, Mom just waved the EBT card at me and said, pick up whatever you want, I'm busy. So I tried it. At the store, I filled my cart with sale items. I handed the cashier a stack of coupons. When the screen flashed the final total, I thought it was a mistake. 5 cents. I fed the nickel into the machine and walked out shaking. After that, I took over the grocery shopping every week, and we actually had food. Then I started talking to neighbors. Most of them tossed their coupons, so I made an offer. You give me your list, I'll shop for you. In exchange, I keep your coupons. They agreed, reluctantly. But the first time I came back with their entire list for only a few dollars, their jaws hit the floor. Soon, they were paying me. Small amounts at first, then more once they realized I was saving them hundreds. I started earning between $200 and $500 a week from just 10 neighbors, and then even more people wanted in. Suddenly, I wasn't starving. I wasn't helpless. I was running a coupon class, organizing deals, and yes, dumpster diving behind big stores for the coupon inserts they tossed. I had built an entire system to keep myself and half the block fed. And my parents had no idea. Back in the living room, they just stared at me, at my sharp collarbones, at the weight I'd only recently put back on, at the quiet competence they had never bothered to notice. Then a knock came at the door. Dad opened it to find our neighbor, Miss Davis. Is Joe here? He's late picking up my list. I was worried. I stood smiling. Sorry, Miss Davis, won't happen again. She patted my hand. Don't worry, sweetheart. You've been saving me hundreds every month. You're a blessing. I watched her walk out while my parents stared at me, really stared at me. Like they were seeing me for the first time. It took a neighbor at the door for them to realize I wasn't wasting away by accident. I was keeping all 3 of us from starving, all by myself.